Damn. You know what's crazy? It's ironic. So look, the New York State Athletic Commission, they're trying to right their wrongs. All right. The first time you had the Devin Haney situation where the New York Athletic State Commission decided to appeal the decision lost because Ryan Garcia is a drug cheat and they made it a no contest. So Devin Haney is still 30-0. But now with Tank Davis, the situation with Tank Davis and him taking that knee because he tried to say that it was grease in his eye or whatever. Now here's the thing. It doesn't matter what it is. If anything but the bottom of your feet touches that canvas, it counts as a knockdown unless somebody is pushing you down. You know what I mean? Or unless it's like an obvious slip, you have to actually like lose your footing. But when you take an actual knee, you know what I mean? It's a knockdown. The ref started the count and then he stopped the count because Gervonta Davis was like, nah, it wasn't that. He tricked the ref. Now, upon re-looking at things and going over things again in regards to that knockdown, the New York Athletic State Commission, they may overturn the decision and go from a draw to giving the knockdown, making it count as a knockdown, which would give Lamar Roach the victory, right? It should make him the two-time division champion, and then it would give Gervonta Davis his first loss. But it's funny how how the tables turn because one of Gervonta's biggest fears came to light and he didn't even get knocked out. And what his biggest fear was, what he said his biggest fear was becoming a meme and losing and getting embarrassed on the internet, all this stuff. And now we have almost a Tom Brady Deflategate-esque thing over Kneegate, which is what I'm calling it. I'm calling it Kneegate, bro. Now we have Kneegate with Tank, and it may actually cost him his O because he decided that for whatever reason, mind you, a jab did land. If you look at it closely, a jab did land. You know what I mean? And that may have been a jab landed and it looked like it landed right on his eye and he couldn't see. And when he couldn't see and Lamar Roach was gearing up to mount his second offensive, he took that knee, bro. But Lamar Roach, he tweeted this yesterday and he said, word around the block is your fave fighter might be 30-1 instead of 30-0-1. And if that's the case, because of this knee, I don't know what Tank fans have been coping the last few days, but I don't know what they're going to do if he actually loses his O. And the knockdown that we see is on camera, right? A jab lands right on his eyeball. He takes a knee. And mind you, in the corner, Calvin didn't even wipe his eye. He wiped his forehead. He didn't wipe his face. He didn't do it. He didn't go like this with a rag, right? He didn't go like this. He wiped his forehead. That angle is actually in the fight. I don't know if I can show the fight like that without it getting taken down or copyrighted. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't wipe his eye. He wiped his forehead. And then Amanda Serrano, she says, "Oh, I've had to cancel the fight because I went on a jog and grease got in my eyes and it burned." You telling me what 2 days before? We like, bro, we don't want to hear all that. Shut that soft ass shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been punched in the eye before, bro, and it sucks. Punched in the nose, it sucks. But at the end of the day, you can't just be like, hold on, time out in the middle of a fight. You got to defend yourself. You got to put your hands up. You know what I'm saying? You got to use your gloves to wipe your face or do what you got to do in order to continue because there's no timeouts in the middle of the fight unless the ref designates one. Unless the ref actually designates one. You're going to have to survive up until the round is over and then they can address it. But isn't that what they made headbands for? You know what I mean? Isn't that what they made headbands for and stuff like that? And then people, they had the nerve to go and attack. They had the nerve to go and attack the hairdresser that was responsible for Gervonta Tank Davis's hairstyle as if it was her fault. When in the picture, she didn't apply globs of grease to last, 2 days or 2-3 days before the fight, something like that. I don't know. It was like way too much time before the fight between when he got his hair done and the fight to where that don't even make sense, dog. You know what I mean? But Greasegate, Kneegate, it's looking like Gervonta Davis may actually end up losing his O. And based on the track record of what we've seen for the New York Athletic State Commission over these past 2 years, if they're going to make an appeal, they're going to do an investigation. It's going to be a real one. And there may actually be some results that come of this based on the footage that's in the fight and the results from the fight. You know what I mean? We have the judges' scorecards. Now, if this knockdown is overturned, he does in fact lose his O. That's just what it is. Lamar Roach becomes the champion. Side note, Shakur Stevenson did have an interview with Cigar Talk where he said that he may even be interested in giving Lamont Roach his a title fight, whether they unify or if they don't do a rematch, him and Tank Davis. Shakur Stevenson's willing to fight Lamont Roach. And to me personally, after what we've seen from this fight with Lamont Roach and Tank Davis, I'm okay with seeing them two fight. And I'm okay with if Gervonta Tank Davis decides he doesn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson or unify or anything like that. He said he said something about Loma the other day. Look, if that's what you want to do, I'm cool with him not even being in the picture because we've waited far too long. And this is just, it's just, you reap what you sow. You play games, then now the politics in the games are going to be played against you. Now you're on the opposite side of the games that you play. You know what I mean? So leave your thoughts on the possible appeal, and we'll just have to see what comes of it. We'll see if they overturn it. We'll see if it stands based on the footage. To me personally, the footage is so blatant. A jab, boom, lands right. It's about right here on the eye between the gloves. And then after that, you see him kind of, and then after that, he goes and takes a knee, runs to the corner. They wipe his forehead, and they don't actually wipe his eye, but also corner interference in the middle of a round, middle of a fight, unless designated by the referee. You can't just have a corner interfere. That's grounds for a DQ also. So there's a lot going on here that I'm sure they're looking into at the New York Athletic State Commission. We'll see what they say. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'm gone.